Hi, Ekal team. Today we're going to go through the scenarios that you'll be using at the Sankalp event. So first off, you're going to download the Paybe and setup. There's a separate video for that. Please follow the steps. It'll make your life a lot easier. So it should take you a couple of minutes to do that. Once you get the app, it'll look like the one at the very bottom with the little B on it. And then I'm going to open my test tab, but the experience is the same app for you. So I'm going to hit the app right on top, Paybe test. And when you go in, you're going to see a volunteer on the top right. So you're going to hit that volunteer. And then you'll see Ekal Vidyalaya load up over there. So there are essentially two things that you're going to be doing on the day of the event. You're going to be checking in the guests who've already bought the ticket. And second is you will be accepting donation. You might be selling more tickets. And pretty much that's it. And the third scenario that I'm going to go through at the very end is how you can help a donor if they wanted to donate on their own. So first up, let's start with checking in. As your guests come in, they'll have an electronic ticket with a QR code in it. So you're going to hit check-in tickets, and then you're going to point it to this email that they bring in. Right? And when you point to it, it will show the number of tickets. They have 3 tickets, and you can either check in all the 3 guests if they come in together, or you can check in a part of the group. So let's just say one person came in. I'm going to hit 1, and then at the very bottom, you're going to hit check in next. You're going to point to the QR code again. So, and then you can check in 2 or you can check in 1. Let's just say checking in 1. And done. Now check in next. Somebody might say, hey, I don't have the email, and you could still search by their name or their email by hitting the button right at the bottom. So I'm going to hit that. I'm going to put in their name or their email, either of those, and then you'll see the ticket that they bought. Select on that, and since I had checked in 2, there's just 1 ticket left here. I'm going to hit check in, and then I'm going to check that in. And when you're done checking in all your guests, you can hit close on the top right. So this pretty much shows how guests can be checked in, right? So the first method is just by scanning their email QR code, or the second is just searching for their name or their email address. Next up, let's show you how you can process a donation. So you're going to hit the yellow button at the bottom. You're going to put in the name of the email address of the donor. So let's just say Nidhi. If they've already donated in the past, it will auto-populate. So let's just say that one. I hit next. And now you can do a couple of things. You can either collect a donation. So I'm going to hit the donate to Ekal Sankalp event. And then you can pick one of the presets, ask the donor how much they'd like to donate. Let's just say they want to give to 10 schools. If the address is in the system, it will show up, or else you can fill it in over there. When you fill it in, you can just start typing, and it will autocomplete the address, right, and fill it in for you. You hit add, I hit next, and now you can process either cash, card, or check. So use the first line under pay now. So let's just go with cash for now. You hit cash, and then you're going to hit record at the bottom left. This will show that the volunteer has Nidhi, and it'll record it against your name that you've accepted cash from this particular donor, and your admin will get to know. And then you hit record and you'll be done. I'm going to go back now to show you check. Let's do check. You do record front, and then you'll take the picture of the check. This is my make-believe check. So I'm going to take a picture, and then I can write the check number, for example, 567, and then I'd hit record at the bottom. So your organization will get a digital copy of the check. And then the third option is a card, which is in the very middle. In the middle, I'm going to hit card. Now there are 2 things. So one is I can either manually enter the card month CVV, which is pretty quick, or I can hit scan card. So scan is going to just read the digits of the credit card, right? Again, it will only work on embossed cards, so with those little bumpy numbers. And if you had like a flush number card, like the Costco cards, then you will have to enter it in. So I'm going to hit scan, and then I just point it to the card, and it will read all the digits of the card right there. So it looks like my numbers are worn out, but I could just go in and fill it in. I hit done. And then I go to this page where I can ask the donor, hey, would you like to cover the credit card transaction fees? And if they choose to cover it, they can hit a checkbox, ask them for their signature, and then you hit process donation and done, payment successful, right? This is how you would process a donation. Now, even if a vendor walks in or if somebody wants to buy a ticket, let me just show you all the campaigns set up for you, right? So I'm going to go into volunteer, I'm going to go into Ekal, accept donation. So I put in the name, for example, and Nidhi, next. And then now I can pick the ticket campaign, I can pick the booths, sponsors, and I believe there's another one for vendors as well. So all of them work pretty much just like the donation scenario we just saw. So I'm going to hit tickets, and then I can pick the ticket that they want to buy. Again, number of tickets, street address, I fill it in if it's not in the system. Next. And next, and then again I can take cash, card, or check from that particular donor. So this, and then I'm gonna just cross out of it and cancel. So these experiences showed how you as a volunteer can check in gas as well as process donation. The last experience that I want to show you is if a donor wanted to donate on their own, so using their own device. So what would happen is there would be a little postcard kind of a thing, or like a poster set up with the Ekal QR code on it. And what they can do is they would just turn on their phone camera here. Let me turn on my phone camera. And then they're going to point it to that QR code. For example, this is my little poster with the QR code on it, right? There'll be one for Ekal like this, or a bigger poster. I'm going to use the QR code off my screen. So I'm going to point it to the QR code off my screen, and a little notification pops up on the top. So I'm going to tap on it, and I'll get connected directly to the Ekal Sankalp campaign. And again, so no special app required. Just open the regular phone camera and point to that QR code. It'll load up just like this. And then as a donor, they can pick the amount that they want to donate. Let's just say they want to do 5 schools. They'll put in their name and email. Let's just say kshetty@gmail.com. That's their email, for example. They're going to fill this in and then just say K Shetty and their name, right? Next, they'll put in their address. Again, it should autocomplete right there. I hit donate. Now it will show the best method of payment for that device. Since I am using an iPhone, it shows Apple Pay. It would be Android Pay on Androids. And if this was not set up on the device, it would automatically show me the option to pay with a credit card or with a bank account. All right, and they can just put in the number and choose to cover the fee. I'm going to hit pay. I use my Touch ID. And the donation's gone through. And that's it. Now, in all these scenarios, the donor will immediately get an email acknowledgement for the transaction that was just completed. And that's it. That's the end of all the training and everything you need to know for the Ekal Sankalp event. Good luck. Bye-bye.